Hi babes, happy Tuesday. I accidentally fell onto a plane, onto another flight, into another country, and I've fallen back. So hi, how are you? I hope everyone had a gorgeous bank holiday weekend. It was my birthday on Saturday, thank you. So I literally physically cannot be in this country for my birthday. The start of victory. Your wish has been granted. When I say been granted, like it's been heard. It's been heard. Things are being maneuvered. You are making moves and maneuvering. One of the reasons there's going to be this like little recalibration, what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is a different route, like on a map to the same destination. So when I'm saying the same destination, I mean the same cause and effect in terms of your purpose. Okay, so you doing something that creates the same effect, same ripple effect. So let's say like you feel that your purpose is to really like help people in some kind of way or help inspire people in some kind of way. That's what you're going to be doing, but it's going to be in a different expression of this. Now I feel that you probably are already feeling the shifts. The ball has already been set to roll. Like, have you recently had like a eureka idea, a eureka moment? It actually could have been indicating this with the Ace of Swords. So what I was getting was to start in reverse, but from that I'm getting the wish has been granted, and it's not going to be what you thought it was. Now I say thought as in, let's say you a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago, a couple of years ago, maybe you always had this kind of like destination, this kind of role, something in mind. It's not going to be that, but I feel like you know what it might be now. I feel like you've been getting a taste, a eureka moment, some kind of like divine inspiration. What I'm seeing is this kind of like shooting from the heavens above, shooting down and encompassing all of you. Okay? Something that I'm pulling through really heavily is it's a real big job of yours. Not even a big job, but like the biggest job that you've got at the moment is to just keep your energy up, keep your thoughts very kind of like prosperous. Don't be tempted to kind of dip out of this. I feel that, let's say like you had this idea a couple of weeks ago or a week ago, and usually you would have already kind of like dipped out of it. What was I getting then? You feel, okay, how you were going to know that this is this thing. You feel no desperation around this, but you do feel urgency. You feel the urgency to act, but you feel no desperation around this, okay? So, you know, when you're feeling like desperate, there's no kind of like negative energy from that coming, where you then start to be like, oh my God, start to compare yourself, blah, blah, blah. You just feel, I must get on this train. Like I have a feeling that it's coming to the stop. I must jump on this train, okay? So you feel the urgency. You feel the urgency and not desperation. Let's see what we got. Justice in reverse. Can I get some clarification on this? I did kind of feel the edge not to read anything upright. And I'm not gonna, everything I'm gonna read, sorry, is gonna be upright. And that's very symbolic of not only what I was saying before about keeping your energy up, keeping everything positive, but I think it's very symbolic of like, no, like I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make everything work for me. Everything is working for me. Anything that happens, I'm going to make work for me. Everything is going to be alchemized to work for me on my behalf, okay? So we've got, it's interesting that turns around as well. With this comes a lot of relief. A lot of relief, a lot of mental relief, just a lot of relief 360, because you feel that not only have you found something that it is that you want to do that also like hits all of the spots of, you know, your potential and all of the rest of it, but it also is something that just hits your energy completely. Like doing this thing 360 encompasses you as a person. You're probably feeling like very, you can identify this because you are reacting differently to this, to the idea of this You feel like, okay, I must know everything about this. I want to learn. This is all I can think of. This very kind of like obsessive flow state. Like there's just such a keen, real, deep and raw interest in the mechanics of this. In the mechanics of this thing, how this works. Like you really want to know the whole infrastructure of this, the finite details. Because I just didn't finish that sentence. I was getting something through then. Don't hide is something that I'm hearing. Don't hide. Once you get a little bit further in and you see a little bit more of it, don't hide, don't compare. And I don't feel that you will though. I feel that is what's different. The Ace of Cups. Because this is so fulfilling to you. Because this feels so aligned to you. It's like, make no mistake, there is no hesitation that this is something that you must see out. You must see out, you must see through. I don't even get the energy of like, oh, I must try this. It's like, I must do this. Okay, perfect. A lot of relief, a lot of justice, a lot of just self-justice as well. You know, I feel very vindicated. Stumbling upon this. Because what I'm getting is that, you know, it's kind of like if you get like a diagnosis for like ADHD or autism or like an immune disorder, and it's like, and you always just felt that you were lazy. Oh my God, I just noticed all of the major arcanas as well. You might be getting a lot of synchronicities for this. A lot of like, no, this was meant to be. No, like this is it. Like you found it. I want you to, we got 6 of Wands, victory on the top as well. Victory in doing things your own style as well. Okay. I'm pulling off the top of the deck. We've got nothing. There we go. Wow, the complete unfolding of the unknown. You're not to know. You're not to know. Oh my God, will you be excited? What was I gonna say? Damn, that's so exciting. That is so exciting. What am I feeling right now? I feel that I can think of nothing but this thing. So you might really go into this kind of like very transcendent flow state of like, I must do this. I must know everything about this. Like this is something that you're really going to be able to completely lose yourself in and make quick progress to. You know, all of those little things where it's like all of these methods of like just getting yourself to do it. None of these will apply. None of these will apply because you just like, this fits me. I absolutely love it. I'm going to do it. There's so much certainty around this for you. That's how you're going to know. Anyway, okay, so what do you want to, do you know what? Let's get some oracle cards around this. So that was just confirmation. This is going to be for you if you know what this is. Okay. Oh, okay. Can we get some oracle messages just about whatever would help the collective or whoever's reading this? Reading, watching. Thank you so for loyalty. Okay. Introspection. Satisfaction. And happiness. When I, first of all, with the loyalty card, there's a lot of different meanings for this, but something that I'm immediately pulling through is, you know, when I was speaking before, this binds with the justice card for me, loyalty and justice, and feeling a lot of vindication. And look, they match so well. Feeling a lot of vindication. The fact that like you stayed true to your principles, stay true to your standards. And when I say this, I mean, it might have been really difficult for you to try and do other things. And it's kind of like, okay, even though you might have kind of had like a very long, you know, figurative winter in your life of not knowing what to do, it's kind of like after this, I feel like you might even just cry with relief out of this, because it's like all of those times when you just felt like, oh my god, I'm such a heavy procrastinator, or like I'm so lazy, or like why can't I just do this, is because you stayed loyal. It's because you stayed true to not only your potential, but like what you know of yourself, what you know of life, the way in which you know that you are when something is meant for you. Okay, the flow state, the obsession. But you stayed loyal to like the standards, and the standards of the quality of your existence. And it's kind of like, well, I can't live a life or do something or put so much time into something that just doesn't feel like this, doesn't encompass all of me. Like, you might have just been searching. The search has ended. Okay, the search has ended. So yeah, a lot of justice comes from the loyalty of the standards of your life, of your experience of life. Introspection, I want to get a card on this, although I do instinctively feel, let's just take what we've got. It's not the whole deck, but can we just get a card accompanying? This might be when this starts, when this train comes in and you jump on, there might be the whole journey in itself, but like the things that kind of are embedded within the journey, everything might be very last minute. There might be a lot of things that you have to do just off the rip, or like that might be kind of like how the role is. Everything is very kind of spontaneous, last minute. But I feel as though you might, what I'm instinctively getting is you might be put into a position that like you wouldn't have expected until maybe like a year down the line. And it's kind of like, okay, what can we work with? Okay, so maybe you like gonna be a chef or a musician or an artist or in fashion or going into business but moving somewhere else. And it's kind of like, okay, shit, what can we like present with what we've got? Okay, it's kind of like you've got a limited amount of ingredients. It feels like it's coming through the form of an opportunity though, to be like, right, okay, you've been invited here, like you're being taken there, go. And it's kind of like, shit. Shit. Okay, can we get some, you're gonna learn very quickly, okay? Whether it's the craft, okay, introspection. Yeah, whether it's the craft, everything, you're gonna learn quickly. You're gonna have to learn quickly, but you are a quick learner anyway. You're gonna love it. What a rush. Oh my God, what a rush. It's not gonna end though. It's not gonna end. No, nothing. Okay, cool. Leave it then. Satisfaction, just as it is. This is wholly satisfying. Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, the Star. What could be more satisfying about that? Let me look a little bit more into this. What's missing? Ace of Wands. I'm getting a lot, like, there's going to be so much kind of like peace and satisfaction actually in the fact that this does encompass you 360, and the fact that like you are so absorbed into this and it's so absorbed into you. In that way, there's no room for fear, there's no room for doubt, there's no room for comparison. Like, you are able, through the love of this, and it loves you back, just to be able to get on with doing exactly what you want to do, exactly what you need to do, with shaping your signature and imprinting onto this. Okay, when's this coming? What's the crack? Okay, we'll pick no more oracle cards. Okay, dating app. Most of these are around dating, but let's just see if we can get anything from this. I feel that like a whole new life is coming around this as well. I feel like, you know, dating app, things like that could be very relevant. Okay, the letter J, Wednesday, strong accent, South Asia, party, blue eyes, the Caribbean, Cuba, with friends, North Africa, different language. Could never know what that says. Friday, family, with family, unusual circumstances. Tuesday. That's absolutely crazy. Like, do you see the amount of cards there are in the bag? And we've got Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. That could really allude to a new job, a new schedule and that was kind of like when you'll be working, or it like is a representation of a new pattern, a complete new pattern of working. If you're already and the letter Z, if you're already someone that works very spontaneously, like this is a very spontaneous energy, and it could just mean, what I'm getting through is that like times will be set for you, dates will be set for you, but if you work for someone else, then like you're going to be working. Why does it feel like Tuesday, Wednesday and Friday? Okay, this being like a representation. It feels like a residency or somewhere that you like have to be, but not in terms of like a 9 to 5 or like a part-time job. It hasn't got that energy at all. It's kind of like you're required to do this. You know, it could be, this could be like a short stint related to this, like a course. It feels very like you're kind of being given the chance to go in at the deep end. Oh my God, how exciting. Okay, give us some oracle message. Hopefully you got something out of that. I'm just kind of enamored with the energy. Father healing, your personal power increases as you give any father related issues to heaven. Issues. Worthiness, know that you deserve to receive good in all ways. Positive energy, surround yourself with positive people and situations to avoid negativity. Absolutely. There's just a whole host, a completely new environment, completely new people. My cat's having a fight confirmation. Friendship, make a date for a play date with one or more friends. You okay? Contemplation time. Oh, that's interesting. And we had introspection. Spend time alone meditating upon what you truly desire. In relation to this reading, it's really making me think that like whatever you're doing outside of kind of like performing or showing up, there's going to be a lot of learning, a lot of kind of like creation solo when you're alone. Okay, healing heart, you're a powerful healer. Keep up the great work. Wait, don't rush into action right now. Bide your time for better results. Pay attention, notice repetitious signs and your inner guidance, as this can yield valuable information. Absolutely. There is a lot coming through. Oh, empowerment as well, flipped itself over. You are more powerful than you realize. It's safe for you to be powerful. Yeah, I feel that at the moment there's just like a huge shift happening in your life. You might feel a little bit agitated with kind of like the facets of like your everyday life. So the people in it, just everything that is familiar about your life, you might just feel a little bit agitated. Really important just to remain grateful, but understand that it is a sign that like you're kind of like ready to go. Things are changing for you majorly. And it's kind of like, okay, I'm not where I need to be, but like the train is coming and it's coming to your stop. So like you don't need to action that, but it's like you need to be prepared. Okay, learn as much as you can and go on this journey. I hope there was something in this for you. I'll see you later. Bye.